see him back. It's good to see him back. We back training, working. We done hit some runs and stuff together. So it's good to see him back in the mix.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, shout out to my brother Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV. Shout out to Mr. Hayes, man. I just let Mr. Hayes know, Marcus Hayes, in my opinion, he's become the best, the number one interviewer in the sport of boxing. Right? In my opinion, shout out to Marcus Hayes, man. I think that he's become the best interviewer in the sport of boxing. He's very fluid with what he do. So if you didn't see this interview Marcus Hayes just did with, he just did an interview with Frank the Ghost Martin. Obviously, Frank Martin has a mega fight coming up next Saturday as he's going to take on Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, Frank Martin being the southpaw, Gervonta Tank Davis being the southpaw, Frank Martin is promoted by Man Down Promotions, former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is now the junior middleweight WBC title contender in Errol the True Spence Jr. and Man Down Promotions. Now, what's interesting is Errol Spence is what? A southpaw. So, in this interview, a few people sent me this interview, and they said, hey, man, Frank Martin said he's using, now people embellish. So people started to say Frank Martin has said that he's using, or Errol Spence is sparring him to help him prepare for the Tank Davis fight. Now, obviously, Gervonta Tank Davis is 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Errol Spence is 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. So Errol Spence is 4 inches taller than Gervonta Tank Davis. Errol Spence has a 5-inch arm reach advantage over Gervonta Tank Davis. So the similarities outside of being a southpaw, there are none. And Errol Spence has power. Gervonta Tank Davis has power. Errol Spence has an extremely high work rate. Gervonta Tank Davis is a very low work rate. He's very, very patient, right? So there's not a lot of similarities between the two outside of them being a southpaw that hit hard. And so Frank Martin said we got some rounds in, and immediately everybody said, Blue, check this out. Errol Spence is helping Frank Martin beat his friend in Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, obviously, Errol Spence bottom line is Frank Martin, right? Man Down Promotions. Self-preservation is the number one rule in life. Okay? So let's just get that straight. Self-preservation is the number one rule in life. And so, obviously, he is going to secure his bottom line first. And so it would make sense to get a little rounds in, but how much of a look can he actually give Frank Martin? And Frank Martin, when you actually listen to what he said, he didn't say that he actually sparred, Errol Spence. He just said that we got some rounds in. Now, that could mean on the heavy bag together. That could mean on shadow boxing. That could mean, like he said later in the same interview, we did road work together. And obviously, Frank Martin is with well-renowned two-time trainer of the year, future Hall of Famer, Derrick James, who Errol Spence and Derrick James started their careers together. And now they have publicly parted ways over a dispute of money, right? So Frank Martin is still with Derrick James. And so people indicated, you see, Blue, he's back with Derrick James, right? Errol Spence, no, he's not back with Derrick James either. And again, like I said, listen to what Frank Martin
You're training, have you trained out, and I wanted to get into that.
Listen.
When you train with Errol, because I know you guys, I've seen you guys on social media.
So he said we just got rounds in. He wasn't very specific. So I know people are getting ahead of themselves. I know people are
I looked at you, you've been training together, but
to see him back. You know, it's good to see him back. You know, he back training, working. You know, we done hit some rounds and stuff together. So it's good to see him back in the mix.
You see, so he said we hit some rounds together. He wasn't specific like what they did when he hit rounds. He said we hit some rounds together. That could have been on the heavy bag. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.